what I've got here is an oasis ring, like that, a 12-inch oasis ring, and I have covered that, as I do whenever I make a mixed arrangement, with 3 foliage and 3 flowers. So the 3 foliage are, first of all, ivy, to cover as much of the oasis as I possibly can, so that I can hardly see through the gaps of that, so quite a bit of that. Then I've added the most delicious scented leaf pelargonium called Attar of Roses. And I really love scent at Christmas. You're in the house the whole time, you want fragrance, you want lilies, you want freesias, you want scented leaf pelargoniums, you want rosemary, that kind of thing. And so whenever you sort of brush past this, if you bruise one of the leaves, you'll get that wonderful geranium scent. And the third foliage is for a shaggy, messy, sort of bad hair day look, which is really important with flowers if you want them to look natural. And for this I'm using green bells, which annoyingly in a way is something you need to grow in a greenhouse, but it's got this beautiful seed pod that's related to our wildflower called the shepherd's purse, but this is a tender variety. So 3 foliage. Then I move on and I've got 3 flowers, and the 3 flowers I've got here are what I call my bride, which is the thing that I fall in love with in the garden or the flower shop. And then the bridesmaid, which is the same colour as the bride, but just to back her up, not as dominant, backs her up, doesn't compete with her. And then a colour contrast, which is what I call my gatecrasher. So I've got a red freesia for scent and last well in oasis for my bride. I've got a lovely red hypericum St John's wort for my bridesmaid, and I've got this beautiful green alstroemeria, greeny yellow alstroemeria as my gatecrasher. So ivy, scented leaf pelargonium, green bells, 3 foliage, freesia, hypericum St John's wort, and alstroemeria as my ingredients. So those are my 6 ingredients, and I just poke them in one by one, starting with 1, moving through to 6, until I've completely covered my oasis, and allowing things to be relaxed and quite rangy. Now, then what I do, to make this really have as much impact as possible, is I get a vase, and here I've got a clear vase, and into it I've put some red Christmas berry in a chain, and I'm going to pop onto that a plastic plate, a melamine plate, and then I'm going to weight that down with my oasis ring, and it couldn't be easier to do. And then I'm going to pop into the middle of that a big red pillar candle, so you immediately get fantastic impact from something that's just an oasis ring. And so here I've got Christmas baubles with some lights that I've already put through, and some dried orange slices, which will give lovely scent as the lights heat them up. And then again here is another option, just pop these wreath lights into the middle so I don't see them, and then just scatter them through your flowers. And one day I can have it sitting on that, and the next day to ring the changes, so you can have endless different versions with different coloured candles and different contents to your vase. So again, impactful, easy to do, very long lasting. What I'll do with this is that I will put the oasis in the bath every 2 or 3 days with all the flowers in it to keep it really nice and moist, and I will atomise with the thing that I use for my ironing the flowers every day. And the other thing is I will put these flowers out, and you can see how easy they are to manoeuvre with the dogs. When I put them out for a pee at night, out go the flowers too, and just leave them in the larder or in a barn somewhere cool, and then they don't need to be in the centrally heated house while you're asleep at night, because you're not going to be looking at them, and then in the morning they can just pop back into one of their positions. So there we are, nice Christmas wreath.